We are not like that. If Visodaro is still here and he can testify to that, he offends my admins, myself, all of us, but he's here with us every blessed day. So just because you said you're obedient, you said you were blocked. No, confess. Tell us why you were blocked. Go ahead, Mr. Chooks. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So like many people, right? They see many Nigerians. They have seen how other people are living. The internet have opened their eyes. They have seen how other people are living in other countries, the benefit, what the country is supposed to do for them. And that's why many people are reacting today. That's why many people are interested in this. So if we don't showcase the lives of Wike, and all these people who are, making things hard to change, we're not going to go anywhere. Take it or you leave it. I'm of the opinion that from next dispensation, any vote these people vote in the House of Assembly or the Senate, they should be publishing it so that each and every one of us see what you stand for. And that's the kind of job we are doing here by saying who Wike is today. Tomorrow, don't forget, he will come for Senate. He will come for House of Rep, whatever, or even presidency. If you want, I can send you a video where Shehu interviewed Wike. Why he want to become a president, and he said, "I want to become a president to make trouble." That's what he said. So Wike, he is. I don't even know what to say about him because the intimidation. Look at the way, we all cried when Fanika they did that. Look at the way he's talking to journalists. And, they kept quiet. That is their way. That is their way. Bullies everywhere. The same thing going all over the place. I even heard when the video you played where even Ruben Abati. It's these things that are disturbing us. This person is your elder. This person is your junior brother. Those are the kind of things that are troubling us. Those are the kind of things we need to get out of our system. Those are the kind of things we need to get out of our system for us to be useful, and we need to, make it clear. Let us vote Labour Party in and, start the beginning because it's tough. We are talking about the redesign of Naira. All these things are criminal gangs coming together, whether we like it or not. These are criminal gangs coming together to steal our money, to deal with us the way they want. Look at how everything is going as if nobody is in control. When the Supreme Court give a what is it called, order, nobody obeys. Like all these people, all these lawyers who are supporting this, they're not supporting it that this is right. But if we start to disobey the Supreme Court, nothing left in Nigeria. That is the fact. That is the fact. The day everybody start to disobey the Supreme Court, everybody can take gun and follow the streets. That is why these people, you see them supporting the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court itself has to come in. Because if Nigerians are suffering, if that thing is paining us, like what happened yesterday, security is involved in all these things we see we're doing. Because if Nigerians are people, if they genuinely, forget about this Obi movement, if not because of this obedient movement, the whole street would have been burning. So I see when the Supreme Court comes in, they take those things into consideration because it's got to do with security. I'm telling everybody, let nobody make mistake. If the obedient, imagine before all these politicians started doing all these things, we got those hints that they are planning for demonstrations and all this. We all here start begging them, using this media and other mediums available, begging people, telling them, look, We know what they are planning. Please calm down. That is why you see all these things stable like this. Imagine people who are doing business, the places like Aba, Onisha, Kanu, Lagos, and they still keep quiet. Know it that something special is happening right now. So that is why the Supreme Court comes in, and they come in because there is danger. There is danger. The suffering is too much. Those things affect Nigeria. It doesn't matter if it is in the law or not. That's why it's called Supreme Court. Because whatever they said stands. It becomes a law from that day. And that is why they don't want to make the pronouncement. Watch, they will keep postponing this. That's why they don't want to make the pronouncement. Because if they pronounce it today, that, hey, reinstate this and that, it becomes a law. So please, let the people start making plans. It is not far again. It is near. It's a couple of days. Please, I'm still begging all Nigerians, please calm down. Let us vote in the competent person. And all this will be history. I yield here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And the most painful part of everything now is that they are destroying banks and all that. So what about if you want to go collect money tomorrow? Where you go collect the money? Because almost all the banks in those Benin City is destroyed. So if you want to go and collect your money tomorrow, now where you go collect them? Is another
thing. Mr. Elvis, that is why, people, the governor calling Oshiomhole, calling the security to interview Oshiomhole, I don't think he is wrong. It is right. Look, if we are real to ourselves, if what Oshiomhole said to the people, you say it here in the UK, Mr. Elvis, you can bear me witness. Yeah? They would have invited him because he's a popular person. They would have invited him and give him a serious warning because that can burn down the country. Yes. You understand? So let us not be comparing. We know everything about us is kaput, according to German people. It's corrupt. It's completely corrupt. That's why we are saying if you take this to court, you don't have evidence. What do you mean by you don't have evidence? Something you intimidate? Look, you see, even this Simon Ekpa, we are saying the first this thing I said is let the people. I can remember here when one of our somebody called from Finland, he said that they are going to write letter. I said that is the right thing to do because if that thing is happening in Finland, they will not allow him to walk on the street. So if he complains that what he's doing is affecting you and affecting people where you come from, they will take action, man. This is the result. So let us not continue to give these people because Nigeria is kaput. It's kaput.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. The truth is, for me, destroying banks, I'm not in support of it. Any kind of violence that's going on in Nigeria right now, I'm not in support of it. We all have been suffering. We have a couple of days to go for this election. We're supposed to be calm. I know one or two might question me. No, you don't know what the people are passing through, but you have been passing through it since you were born. Just be patient now. Make we do this election, come on for ground. I say no. Don't destroy everywhere now. I don't understand, to be honest. But meanwhile, before I move on to the next person, with the name Zaza, you said you were blocked and you could not, because obviously we don't block people here. People think we block people anyhow here. No, if for the past 1 year, I can say the people we have blocked is not up to 5 for the past 1 year. Maybe you were warned and all that, but Zanzan, if you know you were blocked, please tell us the name and let me unblock you, okay? We'll unblock you now with immediate velocity. Just tell us your name. We are one family here. Let's correct ourselves. That's one thing we must know. Nobody is better than anybody here. Let's correct ourselves. We are fighting for a better Nigeria. We have to put ourselves, set the example. It's very important. All right. I would like us to move on now. The next person that I want you to talk to us right now is Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, please talk to us. Your 8 minutes starts now. Good evening to you once again, my brother. We can't hear you. Mr. Victor, we can't hear you at all. You are not talking. You know, we can't hear you. Okay, we can't hear you. We are moving on to the next segment. Maybe then
You
you
can't
can
hear
speak.
me.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Is it clear?
It's not clear. It's not, you know, it's not clear.
Okay, go to another person. I'll do something about it.
Okay, all right then. Good, thank you. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for your time with us. I'd like us to take on the second segment, but anybody can recapitulate back on the previous discussion. That's not a problem. But the second segment that we have here is about Samuel Ekpa. Yes, Samuel Ekpa, who have been calling on the people back home to sit at home and all that, for a reason I don't know. I don't know what he's fighting for, to be honest, because I don't want Peter Obi is for Nigerians. He's contesting to become the president of Nigeria, not to become a president of an Igbo man. But for me, I would like you people to answer the question. I don't know what Samuel Ekpa is fighting for, to be honest. But now, let's say the thing don't hold on for truth now, not be small thing. So I'd like to quickly go through here so that we can talk on it. According to what I have here, we have a couple of the information we have here with Premier Times, and also we have information from the government of Finland. So let me take on the Nigeria one first. Nigerian government summons Finland ambassadors over Simon Ekpa's threat to stop 2023 election. Nigerian Minister of Foreign Affairs on Tuesday summoned the Finland ambassador to Nigeria Lions over threat by Biafra agitator Samuel Ekpa to stop the 2023 general election in Nigeria Southeast. Mr. Ekpa, a factional leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has repeatedly declared sit at home order across the Southeast, insisting that there would be no election in the region in 2023. The IPOB agitator recently declared a sit-at-home from 23rd to 28th February, apparently to stop the conduct of the 2023 general election in the region. The presidential election is slated to be held on February 25th. He said the sit-at-home orders and stopping the 23 election in the region would help his faction of the IPOB to achieve the sovereign state of Biafra for Igbo-speaking people in Southeast and South-South. Godfrey Oyema, Nigerian Minister of Foreign Affairs, met with the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Mrs. Palivenia, to discuss the threat by the factional IPOB leader, according to a report by Business Day newspaper. Mr. Oyema at the meeting expressed displeasure over the recent sit-at-home order given by Mr. Ekpa to his teamy followers, who he said consequently embarked on killings, maiming, burning, and other destructive activities across the Southeast. Mr. Oyema, represented by the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Zubaru Dada, said Mr. Ekpa's action was fast becoming a threat to the forthcoming election and that the Nigerian government would not take it lightly with him and the Finland government if nothing drastic was not done about his threat. Unquote, according to him. He said, we thought it was important for us to have this chat with you to let you know that, of course, he's living in the comfort of his home there in Finland. And we know that we have been in touch with your good self, Mr. Oyema stated. We have had some time to ensure that we arrest the situation, but it appears that the situation is getting out of hand. And we are saying enough is enough. We should let you know in very strong terms that it is high time you really meant and backed Nigeria with the quest that something be done immediately because it threatens the forthcoming election, he added. The Foreign Affairs Minister lamented that the faction IPOB leader has used followership on social media. It is important to get to know that the 2023 election are being threatened by the actions of someone, and that something needs to be done immediately to address the situation. This essence is why we thought it was important for us to have this discussion with you. So let you know our concerns and displeasure of the government of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria on this very unhealthy development, the minister told Mr. Palanene. Okay, because of that, Finnish government speak. Responding, Mr. Palanene said the Finnish government was already investigating the threat to determine how the matter fits into the legal frameworks of Finland. Given that Mr. Ekpa is a Nigerian Finnish citizen, the Finnish ambassador said there was a need to take his right into consideration. So everything has to obviously be done according to the Finnish legislation, she stated. According to what we have here, let's just quickly go to the letter that we received. I think that letter came out last night, I guess, or today. I'm not sure, but let me put it on the screen. From the Finland themselves. But I'm going to read from here because that letter, I'm not sure many of you can read it from there. But let me read from here quickly. According to the letter, he's saying, Mr. Samuel Ekpa, following complaint by Nigerians in Finland and the Nigerian government about your various pronouncements using social media outlets to impose it at home in the Nigeria, you are hereby want to desist from such nefarious activities which are capable of disturbing the peace and the causing bloodshed. More worrying to the Finnish government is your imposition of sitting at home on days slated for the democratic election in Nigeria. This is an act of international terrorism. You are hereby directed to call off your planned sit at home by pronouncing through the same media outlet you used for your illegal pronouncement a reversal of your sit at home orders. Mr. Samuel Ekpa, you have 48 hours to reverse your course, or you will be arrested and charged with international terrorism. I have directed my Attorney General Raja Tovania to ensure that my directive is immediately carried out. So this is from Finland. You know, somebody just wrote on the comment section that Samuel Ekpa is live right now. If he's there, please share us the link. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know if he's already, because they asked him to go back to that same media to go reverse it, or he will be arrested. So let's see if he will disrespect the government of Finland, or if this letter is fake, if not directly from Finland government. We need to know what is happening here. Thank you very much, my people. I want us to talk on this. Like I stated before, anybody, you can divert back to the previous conversation if you are not interested to talk on this.
Sorry. Are they saying that if he reverses what he says, it's okay? The Finnish government, I mean.
Yes, because the man have based on human rights. You know, they are giving him the first lot of warning that he should reverse it from the same media of that sit at home. With Finland, it means that if he reversed it, they're not going to do him anything. But if he did not within 48 hours, then he's in trouble. That's what I read on that document.
I see. I guess I don't know what Finnish law says about trying to cause
It's your turn now. It's your turn. Talk to us. Just go ahead.
I guess I don't know what the law says about that type of behavior in their own country, but I know that in the UK, if you did that kind of stuff, reversing it would be the least of your problems.
Exactly. Because international terrorism. You know?
Yes, now you've already said it. You're inciting violence and causing intimidation and all kinds of stuff. So you'll be answering questions for that kind of behavior, but we'll see anyway. And because that's how Kanu was overseas saying all kinds of stuff, and people just and Nigerians excuse it, like it's okay. But and many of the Nigerians that excuse it, they belong in the countries that will not excuse that kind of behavior too. I think I said something before about how we are responding to all this. I think Nigerians, we need to care for each other a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. You'll be surprised how our problem will reduce. Some of all these things, and then you see more clearly. Someone like Ekpa saying that kind of stuff, you'll be like, what? You're telling us to come and cause problem in our country and all this stuff. Because if you care for your people a bit more, you are not going to allow that kind of nonsense happening in your areas. People have to go to work. Children have to go to school. If we are not developing, we are going backward. The whole world is moving on. We have to care for each other a little bit more, because when I see all these people rioting and doing burning stuff, they could easily organize themselves and solve that problem. That is not a big problem. Money here, money there. The person that don't refuse to take your money, if you organize yourself, it's not gonna. That's why maybe in the north, this sort of stuff is not happening, because they are very, very close linked in terms of the way they relate to each other. You know, there are certain things we have to learn to do amongst ourselves, not always as individuals all the time. Because I can see it in Igbo back in some markets in Nigeria. If you go to some market, like you see how organized Igbo people are there. They, no matter what happens, they know how to rigmarole it so that they can adapt to whatever situation they find in. So how can we not be able to figure that out? How be our own brother's keeper? Try to care for your own person. If somebody needs money and you are going through a tough time, you say, okay, let me help you with this thing. When you get your money, give me back, or find a way to do it in a way that you'll be sure you will get your money, because you know some Nigerians will always take your product and not pay you even when they get their money back. So, but there are ways we can do these things, and our leaders should be encouraging that of behavior instead of us finding our leaders saying inflammatory things about different groups in the country. From Tinubu, the only person I've seen that has never said that is Peter Obi. Atiku has done that. Tinubu has done that. Kwankwaso has done that. It's ridiculous.
To Niger, did you listen to Ango Abdullahi yesterday?
I'm not the one that were questioning on TV.
You need to listen to that man. Hence, you become a pastor now. You need to listen to him.
Okay, so this sort of thing some of our leaders are doing is not helping the country. What do they think people, the people that are securing the country will feel? You know, if it is your job to secure the country and you hear your leaders talking like this, how will you feel? They are making your job harder already. The job is already hard. They are making it harder. You really have to sense certain things, and that's why countries go. We have problems sometimes. We don't know where the problem is coming from. These are our leaders. We need to start gagging them, because they will say something, and because we look up to our leaders a lot, instead of us to condemn them, we just say, "Oh yeah, he's talking on for me, because he's talking for me. I trust him." In reality, he's dividing the country. He's setting us backward. That's why whenever I see any leader that says anything, because that video of Oshiomhole was talking about we are there dope people and we should intimidate. Come on. That's the kind of language you want to be hearing in Nigeria anymore. We should be fusing ourselves together as much as possible, come together to meet the challenge of this time. There is a lot of challenge out there, and this one is a messy. People think things are bad. Things can get very, very, I really worry. Because before June 12 happened, nobody saw it coming. Before June 12 happened, the next day, the whole country is almost alight. You have to act. We have to learn to act responsibly. Most of these young people doing all these things on the street, they were not around during June 12. They don't know. But Oshiomhole knows. Atiku definitely knows. He participated in that political process. But yet they still do the same thing again. Divide and rule constantly. I really, for me, that is a big one. Keeping the people cohesive is a big one. All these leaders that are encouraging us, like Ekpa, telling people not to vote. What is wrong with these people? Anybody, Ekpa, those ones I actually think is an actor. People like Ekpa, they are agents of chaos. They try to create instability in nations. They use them, whether willingly or wittingly. That is their job. That's what they do. All the things Ekpa has said, if anybody else has said it, they will be in jail. And they even maybe it's Finland. You know, Finland they can be a little bit hippie, so maybe that's why they are giving him a little bit of chance to withdraw it. But if he doesn't withdraw it, he's going to end up in jail. Assange is in jail. Assange is still in jail. He didn't say that much, really. He didn't inspire. He didn't say that people should go and start killing each other or banning people from doing stuff. But he's still in jail till today. So my advice to our people is that care for each other a little bit more, because sometimes when you care for each other a little bit more, you tend to see better who is in your interest, who really wants betterment for your people. Because remember, stability is how you grow. The moment you start fighting each other, just remember, anytime you start fighting each other, money is just escaping again. More money that we should be getting into the country is escaping. All the diasporans that want to return, all of them will be changing their mind. The children, all of them, none of them want to come back anymore. Money is escaping the country. Money that we need. Seriously, Nigerians, we really need to think. And I also urge the ones overseas that know better. Whenever you are saying something about Nigeria, urge your people to do the right thing. Urge them to be patient. I see things are going in the right direction. If it will be, God help us, he gets into office, things are going to get better one way or the other. We should be urging our people to calm down. Whatever, advise them. If I was speaking to a family member now that says all sort of things, I will find a solution for it. This is no reason for anybody to go on the street. There are bigger issues for us to face. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Naja. Thanks very much for your submission. Okay, it's Madarita's turn, but before that, I would like to quickly tell Zanza that name Efosa have been I don't know the last name, but the name have been unblocked. I'm not sure why you were blocked, but please respect our rules here. If you're supporting somebody else, we don't have problem with that. You can join us. We have a couple of you guys on the comment section, but don't insult our people. Don't intimidate us. Don't bully us. You know, I won't bully you. Just comment. That's fine. You know, we are one family. After election, we all will remain one family. Okay. Thank you so much. Rita, please talk to us. You have 8 minutes. Thank you, madam.
Yes, thank you, Sir Elvis. I'm reacting to that Mr. Simon, whatever it is that's in Finland. You know, I think this man should have been nipped in the bud a
Simon,
long time ago.
whatever it is.
Yeah, because the last name sounds like Google and Ekpa to me in my ear. So I don't want to even go too further. You know, it should have been nipped in the bud a long time ago. You know, Alan Onyema, if that letter was really true, coming from his office, I mean, it's that letter should have been long time coming. You know, disbursed or sent to the Finnish embassy. You know, and you know, where is Abike Dabri? Well, we all know where she is. She's with Agbado now campaigning instead of like, I mean, I know she's a DG for Nigerians in Diaspora, you know, so kind of this is kind of relative to her office, I think. It is relative to her office, you know, because, you know, we cannot have one diasporan, you know, feel that you can just incite violence and, you know, people are dying and you're comfortable in your home there with a full electricity, you have nice food and nice cars and nice roads, everything's going well for you. And even if the government probably even giving them money, and then you now incite people to go and do rubbish or, you know, kill themselves, you know, in the name of I'm supporting a group. You know, this is what happens when you have agitations groups, you know, like for example, the what's it called? The faction he belongs to, I don't want to call the name of the group, you know, there's always going to be subgroups. In any guerrilla war, there's always going to be subgroups because people have different personal interests. Why do you think the war in Congo doesn't end? They have different factions of people making deals with international bodies just for the diamond and just for themselves. So that would also transcend to any group like the one Simon Ekpa claims he belongs to. I don't think he really claims he belongs. I don't think he belongs to that group. Honestly, he's just another faction and using the group's name, you know, as a figurehead to just commit rubbish. You know, so you know it should have been nipped in the bud. I don't know what the laws of Finland says about being a citizen. But even if he wants to select and say, okay, he no longer identifies as a Nigerian, at least the Finnish government have their laws, like what Tunanja said. Maybe they're kind of hippie in executing their laws, maybe they're kind of like, soft on it, but it is what it is. And, I just pray that, they just find some way to just stop this guy. If he has a Twitter account, if he has a YouTube account, I think YouTube should be watching these things. If they can take out Donald Trump from Twitter, they can take out this guy, because what this guy is doing is really terrible. It's really, really terrible. And there's so many types of this Mr. Simon, whatever. There's so many of them out there, obviously from the Eastern extraction, unfortunately, it's happening. It's just for their own personal aggrandizement, their own personal gain. You know what? In this world, we cannot absolve evil people. Evil people will always exist. It's just the same way in Nigeria, what you were talking about, even if it's someone that says, come and slap your parents, there are people that will follow you on YouTube. It's unfortunate this is happening, but we should not give them that space. That's the bottom line. It should be gagged. It should be silenced. However, we can do it legally. There's something Tunanja was talking about. He said, we should be urging Nigerians, we should be encouraging Nigerians. So that's why in my previous narrative, I was saying that, we should not be used as pawns. Encourage each other. We should not be used as pawns, PAWN, in a chess game of the elites and the politicians and their surrogates. That's why now I know some of us are already politically matured, sort of. We may not be full-blown adults in politics, but I think, with what is going on in Nigeria, with the awareness, a lot of us should sit down and smell the coffee. Sit down and just analyze and say, okay, what are these people doing? Why are people dying? Why are people fighting? Some people have the sense of say, okay, look, we understand the game that's being played, but we should also be very, very careful. Just because you hate a dog, you give a dog a bad name. I know, what's his name? He's our brother in this channel, Hakim. He used to say that, but what I would see that as, just because maybe you don't, you're supporting a governor, or you're supporting a president or a candidate, and if this person is doing wrong, you just stick to that thing. You just want to be blind about it. No, you should sit down, sit outside the box, analyze it, look at what has been happening in the past, look at how they have behaved so far, and then see how they are behaving now. Then you get the picture. Because sometimes as human beings, we lose ourselves. Sometimes we forget ourselves, and then we just play to the gallery. But there are people like me that we just need someone to shake you and say, step back a minute, see and analyze what is really happening. It's not about hate. I've always said it. I don't mix love and politics. The fact that you say Peter the Rock Obi, I don't love the man, but I loved what he's doing. So because I don't love him as Mr. Peter the Rock Obi, no, then if he's doing wrong, I'll just be quiet. No, I love his policies. I love his antecedents. I love his disposition. I love how he connects to the people. I love his reaction and his patience, his respect for people, no matter the political, no matter the class in the society. I love that. I love how it's even inspiring me, to treat people better, how you treat people, how you address people. I love that. But if Peter the Rock Obi messes up, I'm sorry, I push all that love back. I will tell him, you are messing up. You cannot use me as a pawn. You got to do the right thing. And that is the duty of every sane, good citizen. It's not about being partisan now. A lot of people are bleeding. A lot of people are dying. A lot of people are crying. At this point, we should not allow any governor, any House of Rep member, any president, anybody that has a constituted authority to use us as pawn to play their games. Because really and truly, what is going on in Nigeria is because there's no justice. There's no justice. That's why we have different agitations. There's no justice. That's why a lot of people are crying. There's no justice. That's why a lot of people are burning and killing people, burning institutions, breaking the market, doing all sorts of things. There's no justice. The law is selective in Nigeria. And that is why, I'm responding to what you said in the first segment. Why is it that Nigerians always go against policies that come? Nigerians will always go against any policy the federal government brings out, or even state government brings out, because the law and their policies and implementations are selective. They are always selective, and that's why there's no trust. Anything they bring out is always because of the political class, because of their rich friends. This Naira policy and this Naira change, let us wake up. This Naira change is because of what? Because in the presidency, there's faction. There's the midget of Kaduna's faction, and there's the federal government faction, and then there are probably one or three or four factions within the presidency. That's why this Naira change came about. But really, it came about because of the rich people are fighting. It's because rich people are fighting. If they want to listen, this money change that we are talking about, in Canada, there's two $10 notes. There's two $10 notes. In 2013, they stopped the penny. There's nothing like 1 cent. You won't see it distributed. But till date, if you still have penny, you can only use it in the bank to pay a bill or something. But the banks, if you want the change back, they don't make pennies anymore in Canada. It's stopped. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have a bag of pennies, you don't go to the bank will accept it, but they will give you the new money that's coming. But really, because of corruption, because of the way our country is designed, or whether the way our country has grown or turned out to be, unfortunately, that's why we're having this kind of cat fights between the elites, between the political class, between the politicians. Is Naira here or there? Some are sitting on the fence, some are just playing a very dirty game. It's painful, it's annoying, it's disgusting. And that is why we should always be alert. Never, ever, ever allow these politicians to use you as pawns just for you to be on their side. Just for you to be on their side. Or just because you don't like somebody, you allow another person to use you as a pawn. No! All of them are in the same boat. That is my point. They are all in the same goddamn boat. All of them. All of them. They don't care about us. They don't care. People are dying. As we are speaking, some people right now, they've died because of 200 Naira. They cannot buy Panadol. As we're speaking right now, a woman is giving birth right now in a hospital, but the woman died just because there's no electricity. The woman just died, or her baby died because there's no electricity or there's no incubator for that baby. Then who are the murderers here? Who makes these laws? Who are the people making law in the National Assembly? The budget that is being distributed, is it distributed for its right use? That's why you should not be used as a pawn. With all these points, just be looking at them and speak to all of them. They're all in the same boat. All of them. That is just my point. And that's why we should take all these recalcitrant, wicked, dark people out of the system. Just go and see on the 25th, on the 25th of this month. You got to do whatever it is you can do. See, we're just fed up. It's not really about because I want to come back to Nigeria. I'm just fed up of seeing this embarrassment, international level of these games that these people are playing. So it's just focus on the LP. Let us just be advocating for the LP, educating people about the logo right now. That's just what I want to just say. Educate people about the logo and just vote out all these people because they don't care. Thank you.
Thank you, moderator. Thank you so much. That was a long conversation, 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay.
I'm sorry about that. I overstepped my time. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I mean, let you reach there. Because I just wanted you to, finish what you were saying. It's very important information. Okay, I would like us to move on to the next person here is Mr. T. Mr. T, please, can you have your 8 minutes now on this? Thank you.
Yeah, I think the next one was on Samuel Ekpa, right?
Yes.
Well, I think I don't know who that guy is. I don't know where. I think he said he's in somewhere in Finland or wherever. Well, hopefully he can just think twice and understand what he's doing because people are dying. And I'll just maybe borrow some things from Madam Rita and then from Peter Obi's character. Honestly, today it still surprised me that they said Peter Obi was a governor for 8 years and he didn't steal 1 naira from Anambra's money, and he left several money in their treasury. And this guy can still tell people that, oh, they gave me a land, I did not collect the land. The only governor that doesn't collect salary after he left, the only guy that what other governor did, he didn't do it. And that's Baba Ahmed, they said would not purchase a house or something because he felt that the policy that did that thing was wrong. Now, if only that Samuel Ekpa can think twice and understand that he's in Finland and people in your country are dying. Now, if you flip the coin around, if you were the one in that situation, I wonder how you will feel. And that says much about we in the diasporas. In the diaspora, most people get to Western country and then they turn to be something different. But some of them came from a slum and now they live maybe in Canada, UK, and then in America, and they now become little gods that they don't even think about where they came from and things like that. But I can always say you're first a Nigerian before you became maybe a UK citizen. And the UK citizen or Canadian citizen that you are is a borrowed thing. They can throw you out at any time. You can be thrown out at any time. So if that guy will only reason and think, he should probably weigh what he's doing and then understand that people are dying, people are suffering. And that's why we keep coming here every day. Not because people don't have what they want to do. Some even maybe on their break time at work, because we have a country that needs to be fixed. If you misbehave in wherever you are, where maybe you have a second passport, they're going to train your damn ass back to your country. They don't care about you. They don't care. They don't care. I only wonder how he was able to get away with all of this thing that he did in Finland. You see, the last time Oluomo was doing a video in Atlanta, you could see the fear on his eye because if he dare misbehave, anybody can just run into him and then they call the cops and he will end up in jail. They don't care in America. They can put him behind bars because I mean, ordinarily they don't even care about him. So I wonder how that guy is getting away with whatever he's doing, and people back home still listening to him to do their evil act. Hopefully they can think. And so that's why everything just still boils down to whoever is making the law, whoever is doing what they are doing. Let's think about our actions and our characters and consequences that follow those actions, because they go a long way. I am still surprised today that this guy, Peter Obi, is one in the issue of Nigerian government. Have you seen when they will put a fish in front of a cat and the cat will not finish the fish before they come back? But this guy has shown character and competence, integrity. Oh, he even said when he was in the corporate world in Nigeria, they told you are entitled to cars, and he said, "I'm not entitled to anything. I'm only here to serve." How many governors serve, and how many of the governors serve and then go back? They return back home. The likes of Oshiomhole, they become area father because they don't have anything to fall back to. They don't have anything. And like Madam Rita said sometimes ago, it's only an embarrassment to say that Peter Obi is a common trader. He has something to fall back to. He's a trader, and he's not ashamed to say, "I'm a trader." And that's why he will not receive anything or collect anything from the state government. From the state government, he's not making the system. I wish all of us can learn from this man. He's not a saint. I'm only surprised until today. It still dazes me that a Nigerian can have this character, left several money in the bout, and you still see some people in the comment section supporting evil. Evil. You see good and bad, and you're still going after the evil. You see how they turn Lagos State to people are suffering in Lagos because of the area fathers, the area mothers, the Abikedabiris, the wicked ones. You are standing before somebody lifting up his two hands during national anthem. You already know that person. I'm not abusing Tinubu, but he's already. Just go sit down, and let the man with the common sense go to the house and do it. Imagine if that was okay. Imagine that scenario now, to be that it was with the world president, and they say, "Let's stand up to say something," and Tinubu stand up and raise up his two hands in a world conference. How will you feel? How will you feel? Just imagine yourself that he is in EU meeting, and then they say, let's stand up and just say something. And the guy raised up his 2 hands. And the whole world is saying, whose president is this? Nigerians, let's think. Let's reason. Because you are Yoruba does not mean that you must lose your sense. No, do the right thing. Put the right person there. You've seen man with the character and competence. You've seen integrity. Do the right thing. It does not have. It's not hard to do the right thing. And we're not saying this guy is the same, but he has character. He has a figure. He talks to the figure. Do the right thing. Next week is a D-Day. The whole world is watching. And like Mr. Collins said, this is when we'll know if Nigerians are truly, if we all are in our mind or we are out of our mind. It will determine next week, Saturday. And now is the time to have, to just have a sigh of relief from kidnap, from insecurity, from wickedness, from lootery and wickedness. How can you have bullion van? And you said the bullion van misway. Already now they said the governor in the northern part of the country has money that he cannot even spend. And so because of that, they want to kill Buhari. So Samuel Ekpa, wherever you are only doing whatever you are doing against your people, and you can whoever died because of your action, their blood is on you. Like those that died yesterday in Edo State, their blood is on the wicked politicians. Thank you, Mr. Harris, for all that you do. Thank you for dedicating your time and your resources. God bless you.
God bless you, my dear brother. I appreciate you always. Thank you. All right. Let's hear from other person here, which is Shibuzo Adi. Shibuzo Adi, good evening to you, sir. Are you available now? Okay, this is the second time we calling you. You're not available. Okay, F. Emmanuel, sir, are you available now? Okay, we have these two persons not available. Okay, Mr. Chuks Obibweze, please talk to us in 8 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you once again. I don't know how authentic that letter is, because I must confess, when I read that letter, it doesn't look like what a standard organization.
It doesn't look professional. It doesn't look professional.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Standard organization. But it's the thing is, I'm gonna say it like Tunaija used to say. Sometimes we doesn't help ourselves. But I can understand where Nigerians are coming from, because if we really mean to help ourselves, we should first of all, be holding the governments accountable. That's where we need to start it. If Nigerians in Finland rise up and write to finish authorities, with evidence of what this guy is doing, there's no way, especially when they hear, it's a Enyema or whatever they call him, that is meeting Finnish government, right? He is doing that because of the election. It's not, they've been writing them. The Finnish government won't listen to them because they can't prove it. Because it's what is it called? Video evidence, and this is not happening. It is not happening where he is. But if he is if he's on what is it called, the people living there, can show the destruction he's causing somewhere, then they can take action. He is meeting them now because of the election. Because nowhere in the world you're trying to truncate a democracy, and those people won't take it hard on you. And if Nigerian government knows what they're doing, this is the right time to push this, to get that guy out of whatever he's doing. This is the right time because of the election. Because if they talk to the Finnish government don't respond. They can go through UN. They can go through United States of America. They can come through this UK. Many countries that will talk to Finland, and straight away they will do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to stop this guy. So I just hope he do it by himself, by even going out tomorrow to announce that everybody should come out and vote. Because it baffles me sometimes when and it's not just a Simon Ekpa doing this, but many Nigerians are doing the same kind of thing. When they are there, all they do is they cause one kind of trouble or the other, and the government itself don't care. They don't care, because if they do, all they have to do is, make the right step, and this guy will be handed over. It's as simple as ABCD. I don't know what the Nigerian government have been doing, what they've been trying to do about him stopping this, because they can go through Nigerians who are there, to tell them, because like you said, we don't know their law, but there's nowhere you live in that's something, especially in civilized countries.
Some noise coming out from you, Mr. Shoes. Some noise is coming out heavily there.
Yeah, I just get away from the noise if you notice. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So Nigerian government needs, and this is what we're talking about. The Abike that everybody's talking about is I don't want to use the strong language, but her position is as useless as anything to every Nigerian living in abroad. I'm sorry. This is not the first time I've been talking about Abike Dabri. This is the kind of thing she needs to engage people who are living there when Nigerians are having problems. If she knows her job, she should have engaged the people living in Finland who knows the law of Finland to know how to tackle this. It's as simple as ABCD. But guess what? We keep, letting it go. We keep letting it go. And tomorrow, the next thing you hear, when one Nigerian commits crime somewhere, you see her on a video. But those things that will make those people be safe, not even going into those crimes, she won't do it, because that is how we were trained. That is how they keep us. I don't know. I mean, look, this election, whether you like it or not, whether you participate or not, the result is going to come out, even if it is what is it called, Ozodimma and his family come out in the whole eastern region. Election has been held there. That is as simple as ABCD. So let these people stop using all this nonsense. And this is familiar with most Nigerians. If you go on the street of Nigeria today and you ask this question, they will tell you it doesn't concern me. You are complaining that something is wrong, and you have an opportunity to redress those things that are wrong, and you said you're not gonna do it. That is the problem. Like that video you showed, when somebody say, I'm not gonna vote anybody, it makes me mad when I listen to such people. You're not offering any solution. Oh, you are angry that they're not, this is too hard for me. So for that, you don't see somebody who have the same kind of idea you have. That is the problem. Because this is why everybody is doing what they want. Simon Ekpa is telling you, don't go to election. So what is the solution did he give to them? That is the anger. I just hope that the Nigerian government will take opportunity of this, to put an end to all this social media hate crime. you're not gonna win it from YouTube because they're smart. They're smart. You're not gonna win it from YouTube because they're smart. They know the rules of YouTube. And anywhere they're gonna fail, they know what to do to make sure that they meet that requirement for YouTube. So this is what Nigerian government need to start, working with their embassies, with their people living in those countries. That's how you help your citizens, and that's why when to Nigeria you talk. These are the kind of suggestions. Don't just be saying the citizens. The government, they need to help the citizens to be productive, to be useful. Because if Abike, for instance, is doing her job, I'm telling you, all these things would have been better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Before we move on, I would like to urge everybody, please, can you hit on the like button? I can see that the like here, if we can take that to 300, we have 275 likes. Please, can you press on the like button before Alex talks to us? Press the like button right there. Help us to share, share. God bless you all. I appreciate you all. Yeah, I can see you guys are doing that now. And the dollar sign as well on the comment section. Please click on it. Support us with whatever. Encourage what we do here. God bless you. The like button, please continue to press it. Let's have 300 likes. It's 280 now. Can we continue to hit on that likes? And for the share, we have 148 shares. Thank you very much. Continue to share. I like the fact that we are sharing, we are liking, so that our voices can hit on others, especially those that are still sitting on the fence. Continue to press the like. Please press the like. Press the like. Yes, my brother, Mr. Alex, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us. For some days now on my calendar, more than 2 months now. Never see you for a year.
I knew you were going to say that. I anticipated your logomachy, anyways.
It does stick up. My brother. All right. Because you are the last person to give a submission today now, so just talk, just the talk they go. If I'm tired of hearing you, I'll stop you.
I'm very honored to be here. I'm very on board. I thank all of you for the work you are doing. I thank all of you. If you can look around you, many of us are. Yes, it's been very hectic in Benin. It's been very crazy here. Family issues, duty calls and stuff. Sometimes I want to join, it's too late. I don't want to get on the names of the presenter, so that
I've been thinking about you for a minute now.
Yeah. Thank you. I think about everybody too. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are trying to salvage the extempo and impromptu situation here, and on God, everybody on God. Najawash, thank you for the work. If you look around,
God bless
many
you.
of us have started this journey together. A lot of them backed out because it's not easy. Many people cannot stand the heat of the truth. It takes time to see the real colors of people.
Exactly.
So before you start a journey, it's like a marathon. Everybody wants to join. Everybody wants to join. A lot of syntheticness, a lot of fake, and you will see the fakeness. It was when Jesus was close to the end of his mission, he got to see the colors of Jesus Iscariot and some of his inner circle. So thank everybody that are still holding on, that are still doing this for the poor people, for the voiceless, for humanity, for the black race. Yes, I want to say that it's been a wonderful time. Let me not complain. Because I'm politically aware of what is going on. I wish everybody can have the kind of exposure and education I have. I'm always proud of where I come from. I'm grateful to the schools I went to the teachers that taught me to stand for the truth and nothing but the truth. So God help us. I am very disappointed. I am very disappointed.
Alice, I guess you are aware of everything we talk about today. We'll talk about
yes.
Wike.
Yes.
But okay, all right then. Go ahead. Take it one by one.
Yeah. As for Governor Wike, for me, I begin to see him as a very selfish person. I see him as a guy who is playing politics. He's still trying to get his justice, his vengeance against Abubakar Atiku the waziri of his state. And yeah, I saw what he said when he received Tinubu stuff. They're all the same. So I'm going to narrow it somewhere. Wike, for me, I've always respected him, but at some point, I began to think about his motives. About his motives. I thought I was expecting more from him in terms of being sympathetic with the plight of the poor, because I saw his constructions, I saw his developmental strides. Yes, he didn't do them with his money. I'm not praising him, but I saw him doing great things where other people are busy stealing money, even if he's also stealing. Some just steal, they don't do anything. I'll come back there. Let me just put a peg there. Now, I want to talk about Ekpa in the Nigerian state, in the black man, the black Nigerian man, when it comes to leadership. How did we arrive at this junction, at this T-junction, that somebody in Finland has now become a topic for the Nigerian state vis-a-vis election? For me, Kabutu rejects a mentor to that. Who is Samuel Ekpa? Who is he to tell people, over 11 million citizens that make up the eastern part of this nation, 11 million eligible voters, put together almost 18 million people that make up the eastern part of this nation, to control them on how to vote, on how to sit at home? It's more than this for me. Where have the leaders been all these years? What has been happening in the eastern region? I cannot be clothing my child, feeding my child, housing my child, and somebody from faraway land will be telling my children on how to respond to me. No, something is not right. This wicked set of governors and senators, this wicked set of presidents, vice presidents, this wicked set of ministers, they are the ones that have let the whole thing come to this level, this peripheral level. Because if the people in the eastern region have been getting the federal government attention, Ekpa will be inconsequential. Not even Nnamdi Kanu can even tell them what to do. I understand there is a struggle, but the looting, the massive injustice, the killings, the burning of churches, the raping of women, nationwide for the past 7 years. This is a problem I have with us, Nigerians, us. We have we have short memory syndrome. It's a big disease among Nigerian youths. Today we are joining the federal government to throw stones at one man. Sorry, I don't want to say miserable, somebody who's in Finland. Finland is the coldest country in the world. I mean, one of the coldest countries. They share boundary with Russia. Who is he to control people, if not the leadership failure, the neglect, the massive corruption? We live in a nation where Supreme Court will make number 3 man in an election to become a governor in that same region. We live in a nation where infrastructure has gone on perpetual vacation in the same region. We live in a nation where that particular region has been deprived of anything that has to do with human existence. And you tell me that they will not listen to somebody? For me, it's failure on this wicked government, these wicked governors that we are having. Look at their faces. You see wickedness. Nations all over the world, they try to help their citizens get through difficult times. What do Nigerians get? Look at Benin City, Edo State. Why did they accept Obi? Look at the massive acceptance. It's a failure of the present leadership and the party in the states. If you are a governor, you are a father of the state, and your citizens are endorsing another person, you are a failure. It shows that you have failed. You didn't take care of them. You've been busy looting, killing. You've been busy, giving them silent treatments. You've been busy doing nothing. Suddenly, people are doing something else. You are complaining. Why are we complaining about Samuel Ekpa? Who is he? Is he tying rope on people's neck? Is he using gun to force people? Because of the way things have gone. Because of the way things have gone, the dog can no longer listen to the owner. It's a shame that the Nigerian state, one of the most powerful nations on earth, the largest infantry in the whole of Africa, one man can sit, a youth can sit somewhere and control millions of voters because they've been abandoned. The acceptance of Obi in Edo State is as a result of government failure, insecurity, injustice, in governance, in democratic practice. This is the reason we all embrace Obi, because we needed a way out. If the needful has been done for the past 2-3 years in the East, agitation would have died down. Ekpa will not be talking. Even his brothers will tell him to shut up. But because people are looking for a way out, why do people go into drugs sometimes? Why do people go into depression? Or into alcohol or something, or addictions? They are looking for a way out of their problems. Why do people suddenly become Christians? Something will push you. The government have pushed the nation. They've pushed the youth. Nothing is working. Nothing. The only thing that works in Nigeria is the stealing machine, the roguing machines of these wicked men and women, these governors. All their children are abroad, so the schools will never function. ASU strike was just called off 2 months ago. They were home for 8 months. You expect them not to listen to somebody? Till today, electricity is still a discussion with all the billions of dollars borrowed. And you are telling me Ekpa is talking? We have seen it. What has the Senate been doing? Deborah was killed. What did the court, the Supreme Court and the Senate, what did they do? And you are telling me they are listening to Ekpa. Why will Deborah's family members not listen to Ekpa? So we should look at the nitty-gritty. Look at the foundation. The Bible says, if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? If you are taking care of your children, like I am doing, you can come and control them for me. They will stone you. They will shut the gate at you. My kids will not look at you 2 times. Why? I pay their fees, I feed them, I clothe them, I shelter them, I take care of them when they are sick. Which one has the government done for the people? Guys, we should be ashamed of ourselves, all of us, especially our leaders, that Ekpa is far away. It's a laughable, pitiable, pisma-disma. It's like a political macabre dance that that one boy sit down somewhere to control people. In the whole house, people are calling your children not to go to school. And they are looking at you eyeball to eyeball and tell you they won't go. You are a failure. Your president today has failed. Your vice president has failed. Where are the monies? The roads are not there. Educational infrastructure are not there. Farming, Fulanis were busy for the past 6 years. Busy raping women in the east, in the south, in the west. Our church massacre. And you expect people not to listen to somebody? I'm not saying it's right. I condemn Ekpa's character, but look at the bigger picture. How did we arrive here? And I hope Mr. Peter will be tomorrow. Should God deliver you into the presidential villa? And I hope we will not start the same game again. The same story, speech upon speech upon speech, looting upon looting upon looting. This is where the problem starts. They come into power with a lot of promises, and they use all of us. And those state government did it and abandoned us. And I really sincerely hope, looking at the antecedent of Mr. Peter Obi, we will not be heartbroken again, because it will give birth to more groups, more violence, and more separatist ideology, because everybody wants a way out. So, ladies and gentlemen, condemn Ekpa. I condemn him too. He should be arrested. But look at how many Ekpa can you go after when you are not doing the right thing? When you will not sit down and develop a nation intentionally. Tomorrow, another person will spring up in Germany. Will you go after that one? International community are mocking you. That's why Finland government cannot understand how somebody they've known for years. He has not done anything dangerous in their country. Suddenly, he's controlling millions. They will be laughing in their parliament. You think they don't know? They are still investigating it. They cannot arrest him because it doesn't make sense. That one man will tell 11 million voters don't vote, and really they will not vote. He must be very powerful because of failure and corruption. This is why this is the major reason I came in. I read politics. I know how leaders should treat their citizens. You have to be patriotic. You have to put your life on the line for human beings. People want to be remembered for things they did, not for the money they stole. Look at their eyes. You will see wickedness. All of them have houses. They have mansions outside the country. They have billions of dollars stacked in different banks abroad. Money made for medicals, for agriculture, for security, for youth empowerment, for roads, for flyovers and bridges. And you are not blaming people for listening. You are not going after ECPA. Oh my God! You leave the main thing. You are carrying elephant on your head, and you are chasing ants. ECPA is an ant. It does not have right to control people's minds. It boils down to decadency, failure, heartlessness, greediness of a black man. What will it take to transform this country in less than 10 years or 12 years? Singapore did it. Malaysia did it. Rwanda is doing their own. Senegal is doing their own. What are we doing? We are still killing ourselves. We are still discussing where leaders will come from. Is Igbo, is Yoruba, is Bini, is our turn. We are still at the periphery of politics. Why would somebody not tell people don't vote and they will listen to him? Because of hunger. A hungry man can do anything, even if you can't feed him so well. So for me, let our leaders sit upright, because many ECPAs are coming. They are coming very soon. Somebody will tell the people don't vote, and they will not vote. So thank you very much. Is anybody there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alex, everyone can hear you.
Yeah, then Josh, I'm done. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll drop it there. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. All right. We have more people joining us right now. I would like us to take it one by one. Mr. CM, please talk to us. Good evening to you. Mr. CM, can you hear me? Okay, Mr. CM is not responding.
Sorry,
Mr. CM.
muted. Sorry, yes, I wasn't. I have to unmute myself.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear
All right.
you.
Good evening
I can
to you,
hear
sir.
you.
Talk to us.
Okay, yeah, briefly. Thank you, everybody. I'm just rushing in, although I've been here for about 10 minutes. Please, this as we are approaching this election, I know the issue of Simon Ekpa is quite topical now. Everybody is saying something about it. I've made my point about him known severally, I think on Niger Watch here and probably elsewhere. The thing is, sometimes at this point, everybody now wants a quick fix to this type of issue. Simon Ekpa shouldn't have been a topic at all. In fact, the issue of IPOB shouldn't have been, and I know people are listening to me. The perspective I want to bring to it is this. In a plural society like Nigeria, dialogue should be the watchword in everything. When this IPOB, when Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting, people called him all sorts of names, right? Rightly or wrongly. At a point, how do you explain on January 20th, 2017, the whole world beamed attention at Washington, D.C. because Donald Trump is being inaugurated as the 45th president of U.S. Indigenous people of Biafra, during their normal protest, they were carrying placard with the American flag. That should have been a teaser to what happened in NSAS. American flag, waving it, hoping that, the new man in America will listen to us. Unarmed, Nigerian government sent soldiers to go and waste them. It happened. I'm not making things up. I remember Amnesty International or even one asking Buhari, look at the picture. He said he doesn't want to see it. Back then, so mistakes has been made at Empo everywhere, killing people to the extent that they were in Aba Ngwa High School. When I say I mention, I like to give facts. Ngwa High School, a secondary school, they were just there, praise and worship, clapping hand, raise Biafra, just clapping hand. They're not even disturbing traffic. They're not even, I think the school were on holiday. They're not even disturbing anybody. They have to scale the fence, come in and start shooting at them. Some ran for their lives. So many died. At a point in that 2017, they called Nnamdi Kanu, Professor B.O. Nwabweze, a constitutional law expert. Nobody takes president in Africa before him. He was Nnamdi Kanu respects him. He called him with this same Bazulika Amwechi and the others. He said, let us have a dialogue. At government house in Enugu, federal government sent Nwabweze, say, talk to these people, handle it yourself. They said, okay, we will call on Nnamdi. Nnamdi Kanu came. He announced it on air. He said, I'm going to have a dialogue with Igbo leaders. Now, the government now want to talk to us. They came there. Nnamdi Kanu said, all these governors, you see, all these Chimaroke, Nnamani, what is it? Chimaroke, Nnamani, Ikekwere Mmadụ, all these people, Okorocha them, all these people you are seeing, Igbo politicians, Joe Zokalo, they all send representative who will come. Obiano, Anambra State Governor, send the deputy. Ugwuanyi, who is the Enugu State Governor, was the host. Ibaz, all of them, they were all sent, they were there. The question on Nwabweze said as an old man, said, I'm a lawyer, I'm a constitutional law expert. Nnamdi, this thing we are saying, is that the end? This is it not, is it absolute, or can't you move your position? Nnamdi Kanu said, well, it is not for me to decide. I have other people, I'm alone. But let us adjourn for, in 2 weeks' time, we come back again. Let me speak to the hierarchy of IPOB worldwide, and then we come up, maybe they will even join me in the next thing. All of them agreed and posed for a group photo. These have history. I'm not making anything up. What happened? These politicians we are seeing, that's why when they say, LS was saying failure of leadership, I know where he's going. They all ganged up. That second sitting didn't take place. Before then, they went and invaded in Faruku. Say, how can Nnamdi Kanu? Nigerian politician, my power, just like Oshiomhole will be doing in Edo State. He said, when I'm here, who is Obaseki? I put him in power. So, that is the thing, that arrogance, even when you are in office or out of office. It was the Igbo politicians that ganged up and said it won't happen. They invited Operation Pantoy Dance. Nnianwodo as Ohaneze Ndi Igbo chair was there. All of them. What did they do? They said, leave it, we will handle it ourselves. In the course of handling it, they said, give us Oja, this thing cannot happen. Dave Umahi then was being told he will be president of, after Buhari. He stopped wearing Igbo traditional wear, wearing danchiki. So you can now see why he was wearing danchiki all the time. Then, posing, doing everything, because they promised him a Skook Bank loan. People, when you go to a bond, you see what he's doing, but people do not ask at what price. How much are you owing? It is not enough that you are riding a one type of limousine. People should ask you, did you borrow the money at what interest? When is it due? Ebonyi Ebonyi is not an oil producing state. Their internally generated revenue should be the lowest. Yet they are doing gigantic project. Where is the money coming from? That is a story for another day. So all these things, they have they have ego to punish. They have anything to do. Eventually, before the then, Nnamdi Kanu ran for his life. That is where we are today. And what was even Nnamdi Kanu saying? Because Nigerians are quick to praise and quick to condemn. What did Nnamdi Kanu say? He said, look, if I see Calabar Seaport opened, Margaret Ebo International Airport, Calabar, becomes international from there to any part of the world. Warri Seaport opens, One Seaport opens, Enugu becomes international. Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway graded, then East-West Road done, Enugu Onitsha done. All the checkpoints in Southeast that are, because people are telling him the feeling, because the governors are unreachable. So if everybody will say, look at our land. He said, all the soldiers you see in the Southeast, remove them. The checkpoint is too much. Michael Zekome, SAN, had to write an essay. He said, Southeast is under siege. Why? Because you clear your container from Lagos on your way going to Onitsha. 66 checkpoint. I can send it to anybody with email. I send you and check. So people were suffering. So this thing, the Southeast people feel that Nnamdi Kanu is the only person they can communicate with because the governors are unreachable, they're all doing their things. Now look at where we ended up. Look at where we are now. They seized in, okay, Nnamdi Kanu renditioned. People are not even talking about that. That's why sometimes when you expect Finland, now they are going to, Finland government should have dealt with Simon Ekpa, finished it. Finland will ask you, Nnamdi Kanu you are holding, did you obey international law before you are telling us to obey international law? Is that not a
Thank you,
shame
my
of a
brother. You are
nation?
right. Thank you.
Is that not a shame of a nation that Nigeria, with all the thing, all the paddy with Britain, Nnamdi Kanu, we know where he lives in London. So when we go to London, we see him or whatever they are doing, we all see him. British Scotland Yard, somebody in there, he living with them. They know it's not a terror. They know it. It's not harmless. All what he's preaching is microphone, talking for good governance. When Nnamdi Kanu was saying all these things, is Calabar Igbo man, Warri Seaport, Sapele going to this thing? Or is he advocating for Ndibo? He said he wants everything to be okay. He said when he sees progress, he said yes. He said the dirty water I'm drinking, I can never throw it away until I see a clean water. That was the proverb he told them. He said all these things. And even when people want to talk about why must he agitate? Kadari Ahmed went to Faruku. I keep saying it here. Went to Faruku to go and interview him. Kadaria, because he worked with British BBC. So he as a journalist, he knows what it means to get to the source. It does not, that's why when you go to court, no matter what they've written in the paper about you, they will still ask you, tell us your name, your address, and tell us your name, your age, and where you are living. Only those things, so that you confirm it with yourself. Even when we know, everybody knows your name. The lady, when they asked Nan, they said, this thing you are even agitating, we're all suffering the same thing. How come you want to break away? By the way, who and who will back up this Biafra? Nan, they can't say this, those area. He said, but what if they say no? He said, that's why I want referendum. Say the moment the referendum says overwhelmingly no, but then UN must observe it and conduct it. USA, Israel, Russia, all these world powers will supervise it. Say if the people say no, that there and then he ended. But Nigeria is just that, and based because of our leaders, they don't like to listen. Everybody feels that I have an ego. People were saying then, how can Nnamdi Kanu be riding Igbo politicians? But it's not. The people are with him. That is the people, they're the person the people report to. So incidentally, all these things are happening. And to make the case worse, Nigeria should have told Britain, look, this chap, we need to try him. Extradite him to us. As simple as that. Britain will cooperate or even give them. Why should you go and rendition on Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya? That is another case entirely. Even people you see that there is don't know. You see, that's what they call, if you want to operate, especially as a person, I can make a mistake, a blunder. But if a government cannot make this type of blunder, all the professors of law in Nigeria, both abroad, according to Bill Clinton, he said nobody refuses a phone call from the president. Nigeria have everything to say. How do we get in Nnamdi Kanu? Assemble all the professors of law in Nigeria. They will run to Ashton Rock and say, look, we want to handle the brief. This is what we need to do so that we don't break the law. But Nigeria feel that they can do it. They connive with one Igbo politician, bring your jet. If you bring your jet, we make you govern. You know all these crude tactics. The person you are dealing with. Finland, they know all these things. That's why if you call international people, international community, they won't come. By the way, let me even tell people again. During the height of COVID 2020, Tony Nadi of Lower Niger Congress quoted it. Nigeria approached the United States, to help them with military that they really want to decimate this Biafran issue once and for all. America told them that Trump said that the American troops is not something American troops will solve. The problem with Nigeria is dialogue. Go and discuss among yourself. They left USA and went to UN and went to EU. EU said the same thing. UK said the same thing. It was after that they now rested and said, okay, they must get in Nnamdi Kanu by fire by force. That is not how to do it. That is. You see, Nigeria keep making mistake. That's why when some people when we are saying this type of thing, when people do not have a background to an issue, they are bound to make mistakes. A typical Nigerian politician is a government on its own. They misled whether the Igbo politicians misled the federal government, they will take over. Now look at the mess. That is why Peter Obi probably he's careful. He said I will dialogue with all the agitators. If Nnamdi Kanu is there and he gets in, that's why some of us are saying let him get. He said he will dialogue. That dialogue they should have done since 2017 when they started it. You dialogue with, okay, when Nnamdi Kanu is saying, he put it in writing. Calabar Seaport, is it money for Nnamdi Kanu? Open it
Mr.
and open up
CM,
business.
Mr. CM,
Yes, please.
let me not interrupt you. Let me interrupt you a bit. If Nigeria was working, if people nationwide were having the dividends of democracy the way it ought to be, I will personally call for Samuel Ekpa to be quickly picked up. If I know nobody will listen to anybody anywhere, people are reacting to stimuli, political stimuli. You cannot put your hand on an electric wire, naked wire, and expect it not to kill you. Our leaders, as we still speak, they are still looting the money. They are still stealing the crude oil. They are still enslaving our youth. They are still destroying our medical sector. They don't care. And tomorrow you are blaming people for listening to somebody talking somewhere. How does that work? Please continue.
It's okay, okay. So in the course of making this mistake, Igboho sprang up, and look at the way they handled Igboho in his own house in Ibadan. We all saw it. People they slaughtered there, I think about 12 people. The same thing that happened at Faruku. So this is not the way to go. In fact, the fact that a government, they will even help, opposition helps you to be good. Supposing they were doing it, that was why when they kind of said we will include all the South, people said this, but he was advocate. He said do it for them. Is that a bad thing? He said before, but what I'm saying, I'm not fabricating anything. That's why sometimes when people talk about this, I said, imagine. Now look at the mess we are now. You are talking to government of Finland. I will be so Finland can easily just keep quiet and ask Nigeria, how did you bring in Nnamdi Kanu in? And you are telling us to give you Simon Ekpa. You don't break a law, and then when you break a law, you want to you are going to the is it the author of equity and justice with a very filthy fingers or filthy hands. That is the mess we are. So as far as I know, but thank God, because of the character, the quality of Obi, that is why people in the Southeast are looking back. They are willing to say, okay, let us apply break. We go and vote. That's why Simon Ekpa, when he gives order, people don't obey it. Particularly sit at home. I know people will be fidgeted or whatever. Even those he may be saying go and kill or whatever. Those people respect. Obi is highly regarded. Not because of anything, but they see him as one in a million because he didn't steal public money. He's so clean. Obi doesn't go. We all know it. He doesn't go about with bulletproof. Look at where he went to in Lagos. Not all politicians could dare to be going that way because he felt that the people who will have even chance to go and be shooting at him. He's so clean, and they look at everybody now, not just the Southeast. The whole country is now looking upon him as a savior. For the first time, you go to the North, they talk about him. So that is what is calming tension down. When Simon Ekpa is giving all this order, he may be saying it to put himself in the window and be talking because Nnamdi Kanu is behind bars. People are not listening to him because of the quality of the person they are looking at. That's why they said maybe let him wait, let Obi enter. When he enters, we call for dialogue. Then that dialogue, the referendum Nnamdi Kanu has been asking since, they will now start it. So which means all this since 2017, all this killing, all this time wasted resources should not have been wasted. That is how you know why a black man's when a black people are talking, I mean a black government, a black leaders, they are very insensitive to all they do is looting. Now, Ekweremadu, those that scuttled the 2017 dialogue, yes, those that, let me quickly round up, those that scuttled 2017 dialogue in Enugu, where is Ekweremadu today? 40 houses all over the world. You cannot imagine. These are the type of leaders you respect. 15 in Abuja, 10 in Enugu, 1 in Lagos, 2 in UK.
We have somebody on the phone.
Sorry.
Hold on, Mr. CM. I'll come back to you. Hello, but Victor, I told you on the screen. Victor, you're not talking.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. I thought you were there. You were right here with us on the screen.
Yeah. Something went on. I just drove. I was driving.
Okay.
So something just came up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Lajawash, for this, and thank you, everyone, for a good analysis. And your analysis is perfecto. Thank God everything is opening up, because we earlier said that at the peak of when we are getting towards the election, a lot of things should be rising up. Can you imagine Samuel Ekpa is rising up now? Mr. Alex, now God will bless you. Everything I had in my heart to speak, which among us here, all of us here, we are forgotten because we were just focused on the reason it was because we're focused on our principle. Thank God for bringing us back to remember that this thing was caused, perpetrated by the Nigerian government. For how long? You have been waiting. For how long? It is not because you know that you want to make sure that you get to power, you are not speaking to Finland. I pray, let Finland government not even answer Nigerian government. Let them not answer Nigerian government. How can one man be controlling 11 million people? And now when you are about to have the election, you are calling them? That is crap to me. Let Nigeria face their problem. The Nigerian government have killed a lot of the Easterners. We don't know based on my power. When they found something in him, why would they not obey him? When they come outside, immediately we can't killing them. Let us think. We know that they have to go and vote. But what about the psychological state of the Eastern man, an average Eastern man, who has been murdered, who has seen his mother being killed on the street, see his own parent murdered on the street? We should look into that psychological defeat too. We should not abuse them. We should not tell them that they should go and vote. Yes, you know they should go and vote, but there has been a psychological defeat on a lot of average Easterners. They have been left over like slaves. So thank you, Mr. Alex. May God bless you. May God bless you. You will overflow in everything you do. Mr. MC, God will bless you for bringing back the history. How it all started. God will bless you. Let us think straight. Let us think straight and talk to those who are willing to vote in the Eastern Bloc, because you cannot talk to those who have been psychologically defeated and killed to come back to the poll. Let us work on those who are willing to vote. Simple as ABC. Please, everyone. Don't blame anybody from the East, please.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. All right, Mr. CM, please round up with that.
Okay, so like I think I've said, I've said at length about this. These are the historical landmarks. I'm not trying to bring everything maybe to look good, but what I can assure anybody is Simon Ekpa can call for anything he likes. The people he's talking to won't listen to him. As far as I'm concerned, on 25th, people will come out from the Southeast to vote. Not because of the fact, but just for the mere fact that the candidate on the ballot is so clean. He's not an angel, he's not a saint. But within the context of Nigeria, since 1999, there's nobody like him. So people feel that we shouldn't let him down. And he's a man that doesn't talk. Imagine all that he has said is dialogue. And that is dialogue. Why do the world have the UN? What is the purpose of United Nations? After the Second World War, I don't want to go into history now. After the Second World War, why was United Nations established? Is it not for dialogue? Is that not for dialogue? Something is happening between Israel and Palestine somewhere very far. Yet in New York, they are round table discussing it. It's dialogue. But Nigeria do not want it because our politicians, the likes of Ekweremadu, told the federal government that don't worry, we handle it. It's our son. In the course of doing our son, you don't want to do anything. You invited the army. It was the Southeast governors that told federal government, bring the troops to the Southeast. It was there, and federal government being stupid, they should have said no. You don't do it because you have overwhelming force. You bring it and then look at the mess that Nigeria is now. So let me just say this final one and go. I'm in support of what Governor Ton did. Wike should follow suit because he has come out to say, look, it's OB, unless what I'm hearing there is not a good echo. But as far as I know, a member of G5 has come out to say what Wike maybe is trying to pretend. Wike should stand on his feet and then, follow say it to and be a man like Governor Ton did. I come back later. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Mr. Alex, you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Yes. Somebody said I should profess solution to the Eastern cataclysm. What you do when two people are fighting, you blame the person that is wrong first, so that the other person will have healing. You must heal. Healing can take 2 minutes. It can take 10 years. For me, I want people, the senators from the Eastern Bloc, or all the well-meaning people, even Mr. Peter Obi, like he has been doing, appeal to the Eastern people. Appeal to any set of people in Nigeria that don't want to vote. You have to appeal and give them a reason to vote. Don't blame them. Don't judge them, because our leaders have been very bad boys. They've been very, very heartless. I can never forget. If there's anything God blessed me with, it's a very sharp, retentive memory. I can remember things that happened when I was 5'7". It's not normal, but I can remember. So for me, I don't forget the massive killings, reckless abandon, the wasting of lives, you know, the burning of churches by this wicked APC government. Nobody was arrested. No, as we speak, no court has tried any of those killers. And you expect people not to listen to somebody? I condemn Ekpa's doings, but there's a but. Appeal to the Easterners. Give them a reason to vote. Let them know we love them. Give them your political promises and make sure you keep to it. Because if Obi comes tomorrow, I know he will win. If he does the same game, like our governor in Edo State have done, millions of Samuel Ekpa are going to rise. They will see how they're going to pursue them. You see, Finland government is quiet. Finland is very smart. They've done their research. Ekpa has been living with them. How many people has he killed in Finland? Ask yourself. Why suddenly he's not a threat? So we should look at the root of the problem. And we should apologize to the Eastern people because of the killings of this government. It's been very bad. Nigerians, it's been very bad. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Charles, thanks for joining us, sir. I would like you to talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, my brothers and sisters. Actually, I've been listening since I came in. What makes me to come in is this about a case. You see, like my brother said, you see, the problem we have in Nigeria is we easily forgot the history. Like they said, I came from the southeast. My friend came back from Germany last year, and he was killed while going back to Germany. Along the way to the airport, Imo Airport, the soldier shot at him, and he died. Since then, how many of these people how many of these soldiers they have bring to justice? None. We have lost a lot of our relatives in this since this government came in, and today somebody is telling us, don't listen to these actors. Don't listen to them when the government have not done the needful. People are being raped every day, killed every day, denied access to their farm and almost everything. And somebody is somewhere saying, why is the Southerners listening to all these actors that are commanding this crowd? Why are they listening to them? Look, if the government if they fail to deal with from the taproot, nobody will listen to them. Yeah, Simon is commanding people and people are listening to him. It's not his fault. It's the fault of government. Because as I'm talking to you here, I can never forget that pain of losing a friend that just came to Nigeria just to visit his family. And he never returned back to Germany up to this day. Why? Because of insecurity. Because who brought these soldiers that killed him? I've lost a relative in this Fulani herdsman problem. And somebody is somewhere talking, listening to, telling me to come and vote. We are just listening, like the other guy said, we are just listening to these people because of Peter Obi. If not, believing that when he comes to power, maybe things will change. But if not that, you can't tell me that I should tell my people to go out and vote. Vote for what? Vote for the same people who have been killing. Vote for people who have murdered our relatives. Vote for the same people who have murdered our friends. Vote for the same people who have raped, denied our family members access to. How many Fulani herdsmen have these people been
but
arrested?
We're not saying they are not telling the people to go and vote for these people that have murdered the Nigerians that you are mentioning. They're saying go and vote for Peter Obi. That's what we're saying. Are you against that?
No, that is why I'm telling you that we are just listening to preparing to go and vote because of Peter Obi, believing that
Then we
maybe
shouldn't emphasize on the negativism because we have a couple of days to go, not to discourage anybody. Because we are
no,
fighting Samuel now. Our submissions, we need to be conscious about it.
at this time, honestly, I've been here, I've been following, I've been telling my people, go and vote. Let's see. Maybe if by God's grace, Peter Obi win, maybe things will change. Maybe if you go to my place, I am telling you, see what soldiers, how they have burned houses. What was the reason? Nobody can tell. Killed. That people are living in fear every day because governor of Imo
Mr.
State.
Charles, what you should be focusing on right now is how people can go and vote for Peter Obi. Not talking about many people that have died. You are discouraging people from voting, sir.
No, like
focus on if you are for Peter Obi, your time to speak here now should be focusing more how Samuel Ekpa can be arrested for telling people to sit at home. Except you are for Samuel Ekpa.
No, I'm not for Samuel Ekpa.
People to sit at home. Yeah,
like
if you are
my
not
brother,
supporting people to sit at home, why are you reiterating, reminding, and if I repeating what a Samuel Ekpa have been saying? That's what you are saying now.
No.
We know, but everybody know what is going on in Nigeria, that everybody have been killed. Many people have been pains, excruciating, suffering, and all that. You continue saying it now, if not because of Peter Obi, nobody will vote. Nobody, there's no need for that. People are listening to you all over the world. It's discouraging.
I'm just talking to you because I've never said this to my people. Honestly, I've spent my money to encourage my people, go and get PVC. I've spent my money to encourage them. I've been encouraging them to go and vote for Peter Obi. I even told them, threatened some of them that if you don't get your PVC during Christmas, I'm not gonna give. If you don't show me your PVC, no Christmas gift for any of you. And they went. I even paid for their transport. Why? Because of Peter Obi. That's the only reason I did it. Because of Peter Obi, to see if he win the election.
Obi is not part of the people that be killing us. So if we are talking about the people that be killing us, we should focus and talk to them directly. It's satanic APC and PDP that be killing you, sir. Say it how it is. We shouldn't beat around it. They are the people.
So
the only hope we have right now in Nigeria is Peter Obi. If we miss this, then the division, whatever that everybody clamoring for, they will face it. But at the moment, let's focus on how to bring Peter Obi as the next president of Nigeria. If not, everybody, we all are finished. It's just the fact.
That's the truth you are saying. Because if this election, if we miss it, I don't know what will become our fate. I don't know.
No fate. No fate. If Peter Obi don't win, no fate for Nigeria, sir. It's done.
I don't
done
know.
And dusted.
Honestly, because
that was say no fate. That was a bit.
honestly, like
it's a serious matter. It's a serious issue. There's no faith. You know what? We're toast. We are all toast. If Peter the Rock Obi doesn't get to Aso Rock, we are all toast. So this is serious.
Anyway,
of course.
You want to tell me? You want to tell me if Tinubu win, we'll start seeing something good? What are you kidding me? Or if Atiku wins,
let's go out and vote for Peter Obi. Peter Obi all the way.
Peter Obi is the last chance, Mr. Charles. Peter Obi is our last chance. If you are talking about this now, after the election, God forbid they not give us. I'll join you, echo him. I just say let all more hide everything now. At the moment, more hide everything. You know. More just pray.
I agree with you. I've been praying to God to see if a change will come to Nigeria. Honestly, I agree with you with all that you have said, and I'm praying every day for that. Honestly, let God help us because our people are dying. We need the Redeemer. We need help. We need someone who can hear our cry, who can listen to us, who can look at our tears and it touches his heart. Honestly,
vote Labour. Vote Labour.
Do I have any other choice? I've spent my money to make sure that I sponsor people to go and vote Labour Party. I've spent my money, so I don't have any other choice than to. That's what I've been doing to see if anything can happen. Because
That's why I'm also telling you that you should just be patient. We are close. I understand the pains that you are carrying right now. The same, everybody's carrying pains one way or the other. I'm telling you, as a Nigerian, everybody is passing through pains in that country from the hands of these wicked human beings. So to be honest, in the next 8 days, as you can see on the screen right now, we will be deciding our future. That's it.
Honestly, I've been praying to God concerning that, and I'm still shaking. Honestly, I pray that
Don't
God will
shake.
see us through on concerning, because as I'm talking to you, I I cannot go home because my people will not want me to come home. They will not. If you talk of going home, they will tell you, please don't come. Don't come. Why? Because the environment is not conducive. The environment, there's a lot going on in the environment. People are not safe. So that is why we are praying every day. That is why I am encouraging them. Go and vote for P2B. Who knows if God will allow him to take over the leadership of Nigeria. Let's see what will happen. Maybe things may change. But honestly,
It will.
to tell you that people are happy, they are not. They are not. Nobody's happy. Our governor have been engineered the killing of our people. He don't care. It's not his business. All he know is just to make sure that every person in the state, he sidelined them. He makes sure that nobody speaks. He has his way. That's what he has been doing. I pray that God will see us through. But coming to Simon, I am not, I am not supporting him. I have never supported Samuel Ekpa. I've never supported Simon Ekpa. If But if government we are doing very well, who is Simon Ekpa? Why will he be speaking from Finland? And people in the eastern Nigeria will be listening to him because the government have failed. Because why should we be talking about a person, not even a group of people, a person that people are listening to? Over 20 million. Eastern Nigeria is more than 20 million in population. Why will over this population be listening, over this number of population be listening to one person speaking from Finland? That means Nigeria government have failed. Eastern governors and leaders have failed. That is why they are listening to him. So I'm not supporting him. If there is any way they can stop him, let them do. But if it is because of the election is coming, they are doing it, that is a sign that they don't know what they are doing. But I believe that people are not listening to him as it is now because we are just looking for a way out, believing that P2B is that way out. At this moment, people are not paying attention to his broadcast. He can say it and people are not listening to him. That's the only truth.
The biggest,
as it is now.
my brother, the biggest vote is going to come from the east. Go and mark it.
Yes,
The biggest number, or the largest number of votes is coming from the east. ECMA can't do anything, but our leaders should sit down and think.
I told people, P2B stand the chance of winning the president of Nigeria. Do you know why? Why I say it? When it comes to East, no president, no presidential candidate in this election that we have 100% of vote from his region, except P2B. Except P2B, he will get 100% of vote from his region. And again, I told somebody, when you go to the major towns in Nigeria, after the indigenes of that state, the next population is the Igbos. We can look at it if people can dispute it. I know. A place like Lagos.
All right.
After the indigenous population. So Peter will stand the chance to win the election if people want him.
Mr. Charles, please bear with me. I have somebody on the phone. Mr. Smart, thanks for calling in. Please talk to us 1 minute.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Good evening, the panel.
Good evening, sir.
I just want to ask one question.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not the topic. Concerning all this thing, I next said that 240 polling units. Do anybody know the place and the state? That 240 polling units they won't cancel.
Yeah, they've talked about it already. They said, I believe they don't have voters in that areas. So, yeah.
Okay, but there's one post they post for the group. when they say one place na Anambra, but I'm not sure. I never verified the thing, but then not true.
What post is that?
It's not
say na Anambra for say waiting.
Say one na Anambra, say 50 polling units. They cancel that 150 polling units
yes,
for Anambra.
Southeast. Yes, Southeast. Yes, I saw it. But one thing you must understand: many informations are circulating at this particular moment. All cannot be verified.
Cannot be verified.
Especially the one they are sharing right now that Obasanjo to INEC. Obasanjo not write anything like that. We cannot verify it.
I can't check. I don't see anything.
So that's why you see we cannot bring things like that here. Now wait till we verify. Now we carry on here. You know.
If they cancel 240 for easy, I say
thank you, my brother. Thank you.
I agree, you, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, God bless you. Yeah. All right. Yes. Mr. Charles, please round up in 1 minute, sir.
Yeah. Well, my brother, honestly, I have nothing more to say. All I'm believing and trusting God at the end of this section, it will be we win. That's all, because that's the only step here with us.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you very much, Naija Watch, Sir Elvis, for giving me the opportunity to express my views. My views are my views and not Naija Watch's. And, you know, the bottom line is we need to educate ourselves. We need to support ourselves. We need to wake up and smell the coffee. We need to start thinking outside the box. And, you know, we need to start thinking in a progressive manner. You know, as the 25th of February, our Valentine's Day is coming. We should all, you know, get ready to dance the victory dance. And we should also, right now, I am still pondering on education of the Labour Party, the LP logo. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. We cannot assume that everybody knows the logo. Many people know Peter the Rock Obi. Everybody knows Ahmed Dati. Everybody knows Mama, Papa, and Pikin. But we should focus more on what you see on the ballot paper. The L and the P logo is very essential, and then the Mama and Papa and Pikin as well. But because there's also another party with human beings, let us not confuse our people. Let us educate about the logo, especially L and P. L and P, it's very key. Thank you very much, Najawa, for giving me the opportunity. I greet everyone in the panel and the comment section. I'm on the Diaspora especially. God bless you. Good night.
Good night, madam. Thank you very much. All right. Let me give everybody else 1 minute. Everybody stick with your 1 minute. To Nigeria, if you're still with us, please 1 minute. Quickly talk.
Yeah, thank you. I think that like Rita said, I think it's quite wise that we sensitize people to the actual logo. And Nigerians, we need to care for ourselves a little bit more and adapt to tough times, because if we start tearing everything up, we're just increasing the difficulty. It's not going to get us anywhere. So let's take care of our own, and we should urge our relatives to help each other. You know, if you want to buy food, you don't have cash, help. You know, all these rich people, they've hoarded the money, but you can adapt so that the day of when things will get better is coming. You know, Nigeria, this year is going to be a turnaround year for Nigeria if we get it right. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Nigeria. Thank you. The turnaround. I can't wait for that, to be honest. Like I said before, except say everything is transparent. Say anything ringy, Nigeria will never accept it. 100% Nigeria will not accept it. It's not what I want in Nigeria, but to be honest, Nigerians at this particular moment, they won't accept it. All right. Mr. T, please talk to me 1 minute. Okay, Mr. T is not there right now. I'll quickly move on to Mr. Edun. You're just joining us right now. I will also give you 1 minute because we are rounding up. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. Edun, you're just joining us. You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you so very much, my brother. Thank you. What thing carry me enter now? Just a little bit about someone Ekbawa been here before now. Someone is saying that Abike Dabiri and the government of Nigeria should have kind of gone after him or whatever. Yeah, the Abike Dabiri is APC. Whatever whatever they can actually do to make sure that there's no vote in the southeast is what they agitate and look forward to. And so I see Simon Ekpa as an agent, not for, the Biafra that he's conversing for, but rather for, the same government that has ruled that country. So there's no way someone like Abike Dabiri or any of the APC, actors will go after him or look for whatever they can do to shut him down. So that's just one of the things I wanted to throw in real quick. So the whole idea of looking up to them to do anything, doesn't make any sense. And the last but not the least is the voting time don't reach. Everybody know the logo of LP. The ones who don't know, people who know, they made them educate them, show them LP. It's not OB that they will see on the voting card, or sorry, the voting paper. They will see LP, Mama Papa picking. In that place they will put, their this thing, so that
Thank you, sir.
by come Saturday next week, Nigeria will have to start singing a new and a better tune. Thank you so much, Elvis.
God bless you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'll go on now to Mr. Sihen. Please use your 1 minute.
Okay, my 1 minute. I will use it to urge people because we are more like braising the tape now. So people shouldn't lose hope. Help is on the way. We've said it repeatedly here. 25th in about how many days? 9 days today is the D-Day.
8 days. 8 days on the screen.
Okay, but I'm using that is okay. 8 days. Okay, they are okay. Well, 8 and 9, 12 10 hours. Well, okay, 8 days. 8 days, 10 hours, 21 minutes, 10 seconds. So, we are nearly there. The thing is, this election holds a lot of promise for Nigeria. A lot of when I say a lot of promise, I feel that yes, it's a lot of promise. I remember what Pato Tommy said. One professor told him in 1983 that Nigerians are too corrupt. Well, with the way they are going, they will run down their country, but he trusts Nigerians. By the time they run down the country, if they get up again, it will be a giant. Nigeria can never go below this level it is now. I think that was why Obi came on the scene, just like a storm. He just sprang up from nowhere. So, well, not really from nowhere, but at least he has been a player in the last since 1999. But what I'm trying to say is that we shouldn't lose hope. This is our last chance, and I wouldn't like violence of any kind. It doesn't pay. If you destroy any building, anything, in the end, you will still have to sit down and then start to dialogue again on what to do. All old politicians should give the youth a chance. They've all had their way. So the vote we are going to cast on Saturday 25th, it will solve a lot of problems. Number one, it will retire all these thieves. It will improve the trajectory of Nigerian politics and enthrone a politics of even a poor man can become anything if you don't have money, as long as you have character, because people will always refer to Obi and the obedient say, look, that man became president without sharing money. So I can be a councillor or local government chairman or anything without sharing money. Just go and verify. So let us not take a step back. We've suffered so much to give up. We can't give up now. Even when we didn't see people like Obi, we are having hope. Now that we've seen somebody like that. So
is Peter Obi, if I make a
they are made ballers Tinubus of this world. Atiku Abubakar or INEC staff or the President Buhari and Osinbajos. We have the petrol ready and we have the matches ready. We have the fire and the petrol. So allow free and fair elections, or we will set this country ablaze. We will start from our own streets. It will go wide because we don't have 24 hours to give to another person. We've given you a lot of time. 30 years of military government, 24 years of democracy. We are still in the shadows of ourselves. We still don't have water to drink, no food. We still have Jagba syndrome. People are still being killed nationwide. So give us what we want, Mr. Peter Obi or nothing. And please, I want to appeal to my Eastern brothers. You know, I have already dissected and bisected the falsetto go of this problem. Please, I want to appeal to you. I know you'll be wrong. Please come out and vote. Ignore one person in Finland. That guy is very. I mean, he's not important. He's just a fragment of the political structure. Even Finland government are wondering why they are just laughing. Like, who is this guy? We know him. We know where he works. He has been here for years. They're even asking him, how come you are so popular? You know, how can I be popular? It's like a comedy to them. For you to, a whole nation telling a government to go after somebody. So please, guys, let's vote. A new day has come in Nigerian politics. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Charles, I'll come back to you again. Your 1 minute, please quickly use it. Talk to Nigerians, prepare them for the next election just 8 days from now.
I don't have much to say. Like, I have prepared every member of my family for this election, my friends, relatives, and the neighbors. I've prepared them. I've put my effort and my resources, my sweat to prepare them for this election. I wish that every Nigeria will do the same. Let's see what will be the end of this election. Believing and trusting God that the change we all desire will come. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. We have John. You're just joining us right now. You have 1 minute. Please talk to us.
I am here, Mr. Elvis, if you're ready for me.
I called you before. Okay, hold on. I'll come back to you. Mr. John, are you there? Please unmute yourself. Talk to us. You're just joining us now. Okay, Mr. John is not available. Okay, Mr. T, use your 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. I think I stepped away from my computer. Thank you. I'm going to speak to the south, southeast, and then southwest, particularly the southwest. Yorubas, my brothers, Omoluabi, please get your PVC. Make the right choice, and the right choice is Peter Obi. Kosiomale or Yoruba, go make your vote count for Peter Obi. Forget about ethnic bigotry. Peter Obi is the right man. No more Agbero in Yoruba land. Thank you.
That's powerful. That's
all
powerful.
Right. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, if it's all about tribalism, I don't think I will be supporting Peter Obi because I'm not an Igbo man. So we are not here. This platform is not encouraging anything to do with tribalism. We are saying it how it is. Look at my brother that just finished talking right now. He's a Yoruba man. Why not say me choose Tinubu because he comes from a place? That's why Nigeria is backward today. Now my brother, now my brother, now my brother. Your brother is killing people, you say now your brother. Your brother the thief, you say now your brother. Your brother is causing you pains, bad names, you still say now your brother. It's somehow, I don't know how we can change Nigeria with this kind of attitude. Mr. John, thanks for coming, joining us back again. Please, can you talk to me in 1 minute?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity, Mr. Naija Watch. I'm very grateful for this platform. This is actually the first time I'm opportune to speak in this platform. I just want to make a comment.
Where are you joining us from?
So, I'm from Lagos. I'm in Lagos.
Oh, wonderful. Go ahead. Talk to us.
So, what I'm saying... Okay, thank you very much. I know that I also traveled to the village during Xmas. I was in Enugu State, and we were able to organize a rally for Peter Obi. And I know that the majority of the people, the 99% of people, are actually rooting for Labour Party and Peter Obi because we all deserve a change. So, but the issue with Simon Ekpa is not actually that people are listening to him. The people listening to him are not up to 1% of the Igbos, and just for the reasons that have been given earlier. But the fear and the threats in all these publications is making is with respect to that ESN, Eastern Security Network. Even during the normal sit at home before this election period, they have engaged in several killings and so on. So they are dreaded and they fear them. So the people respecting sit at home, they are not doing it out of obedience to IPOB or actualization of Biafra. They are doing it because of the fear of death, because they are suffering. They are not doing business. They are not earning. People are not going to schools. on that days, they don't go. I'm a lawyer. I needed my friend in Enugu to file a process to me recently. I told him we do it on Monday. He said you don't know that in Enugu and Anambra, even public facility, public institutions don't work on Mondays. So the fear is not about people obeying him. Nobody is obeying Simon Ekpa, but it's the fear of what that armed aspect that he now controls after the incarceration or putting into custody of Nnamdi Kanu. He actually hijacked it because the official arm of IPOB have said that they are not against election and they are not for election because they have also read the mood, but he has hijacked that ESM part. So the fear is not about people obeying him out of willingness, it's about their own safety. So that is the issue here. But that be that as it may, people will still come out on that day to vote for Labour Party. So I still use this opportunity to urge everyone, those people that are in the minority, there's no way they can, and they cannot be everywhere at the same time. So we just have to come out and vote for Labour Party LP as is written on the ballot paper, and then Mama, Papa, and Pikin. So that's just my contribution. But just to make the comment that nobody is obeying, like only 1%, if it is even up to, is responding to tweets from Simon Ekpa based on that they believe in what he's saying. But what the fear and why we are agitating for the Nigerian government to do something about it following this recent body language of Mohamed Buhari of not being for anybody is to avoid that calamity that can be caused by the military arm or that he now controls. So that's just what I want to make, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to speak on this platform.
No,
I've been listening, but this is my first time speaking.
Thank you. Please try to always join us so that you can give us information, what is going on there. And apart from that, your submission is very important for us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
My people, before we go, everybody have contributed, but I want us to quickly see this video. How some people take out deposit money for bank today is currently circulating, you know, not even very easy for this country, Nigeria. I want to quickly play this video here. One moment, let me see if I have it here because sometimes, okay, yeah, I guess this is it. Okay, let's watch this.
I'll go interview. Tun lokacin da ake daga wannan ajewa ya sa sai yanzu. Wani kasuwa kike? Fulawa nake sayarwa. Fulawa? A wace kasuwa? A kasuwar Gombe. Main market ko kasuwar Gombe? Shaguna na? Suna yi. Wannan warehouse ne kawai. Warehouse ne. Ko sai kuke yi? 50 million. 50 million. Bai karasa ba. Okay. What have you been doing since that you are doing 50 million today? Kun shekaran jiya muke tare da kuɗin. Sai za mu yi da su. To amma ba ban tambaye ku ba. Amma an ce maka ran 31 ga watan January. So wannan ta branches ne difference. Alhaji ka duba statement ina za ka ga muna a kullum a duk wata wani harkar saboda biliyan daya. Billion there. To ya zan yi. They monthly they do 1 billion there.
All right, I thought I should bring that in, make una see am. All right, my people, I appreciate every one of you. I think I have another video that I wanted to play earlier on. Let me see if I can quickly get it. I'm not sure if I have it right here. Okay.
Sorry, Niger Watch. In this, what is the situation now? Because I get confused. Is it that they are still accepting old Naira notes, or that
they are still they are only accepting? What they are accepting now is only 200 Naira note, 200 Naira. You know, that is is still usable. You know, the old Naira note between now, I think that time has passed, right? If you want to
Yes.
submit, yes. So it's only 200 Naira note you can, you know, can be usable for the next 6 weeks again.
And the problem now is that all these wicked politicians, they stole money in a 1,000 Naira note and 500 Naira note. Now that you all have it, so Buhari and Emefiele are being Emefiele. Now they all are there. I thought about it today. I laugh inside my bed. I just laugh. I say Buhari, they use 30 cents for them.
This one it go hard, it go hard them well.
He just shook them well. He grabbed them for neck.
Nobody they stack money for us with 200 Naira now.
No, not there. Nobody will use their money against them.
Let's quickly
hear. It's a waste of space, man.
Exactly. Let's hear what Emefiele said about a couple of hours ago here. Let's quickly listen to this. These people, the country is messed up. More hear what Emefiele talk for here before we go.
You know, we are all servants. We are serving Nigerians. As far as I'm concerned, the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation has spoken on this matter, and the President has sealed the whole of the issues this morning in his broadcast. And I think I can only just appeal to Nigerians, let's allow this policy to work. This policy is one policy that goes to solve the problem of reducing corruption and illicit financial flows. This policy goes to resolve some of the problems in the economy. This policy also goes to reducing the level of insecurity in the country. So these three issues, which are the tripod of this administration's policy, are all embedded in this policy. We should just allow it to work. We keep saying this. There are some temporary pains, but I can assure Nigerians that the long-run benefit to Nigeria is overwhelming, and we should just give it a chance to work.
So what should they expect from the CBN following the presidential directives to you?
President has given his directives. I have met with about 15 banks this morning later, and we've given them directives about how they should make all the old 200 Naira notes available, effective today. And I can assure Nigerians that this will help to reduce the pains. We meet with the bankers at least once daily to get feedback and the rest of them. And I think we should just allow this policy work. The pains, temporary pains, are regrettable, but I can assure Nigerians that it will be well. Thank you.
I don't still know why some people are going against the CBN rules. Government, when me fail, government, CBN governor give us the rules that we should go with, that we should abide with. Governor even said,
all right.
Nigerians are wicked, man.
but really, why this send our Supreme Court? A lot of things are really not going well. They should have sort of harmonized this thing very well. Supreme Court, somebody going to force the hand of the the government by the Supreme Court, that Supreme Court will say yes, the old note should be used. I don't think it's right. Although I'm not a lawyer, but I feel that Supreme Court interpreting the Constitution, it was quite wrong, because the central bank is independent. All what to blame the central bank was they should anticipate that this type of thing will happen. Since 100 Naira note is not being changed, they should have printed more of 100 Naira notes. As they are taking the higher denomination, they'll be issuing out 100, at least somebody who is, people can still see money to feed. But doing it in the way they've done it, the implementation was so bizarre. Anyway, by in the next 8 days, if Peter B is elected, people will start having hope. That is my own, I may be wrong anyway, but I felt that anything that will bring
Peter Obi
suffering to the
selected,
people.
when Peter Obi gets there, when Peter Obi gets there.
Hold
Yes,
on.
please. Yes.
People forget
Yes,
that
please.
that the president
Yes,
has
please.
immunity from judgment. They forget. That's why when he can come out and literally ignore the Supreme Court. What are you going to do? The only thing you can do is this thing, impeach him. That's all you can do. You can't do until
Impeach him.
he
Yeah,
retires.
that's
You
what I'm
can't touch the
saying.
president.
So
So he can ignore Supreme Court if he chooses to. And people just think that he has to. If he feels it's the right thing, he's going to ignore the Supreme Court.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
the aim is
Thank
good.
you very much.
The aim according to the central bank is the aim is, but the implementation is what is suffering the people. If there are 100 Naira notes everywhere, people wouldn't be complaining much. But
Thank you, Mr. CM.
neither here nor
Thank
there.
you.
Okay.
Thank you, my people. As you can
Thank you.
see right there on the poll, I don't already screenshot this one, but what we have there with Mr. Peter Obi emerged as the next president of Nigeria come 25th February 2023. Vote below. 92% say yes, no, 8 say no. But now more people just voted again, which this is the new one. Is now 91% say yes. 9% now say no. You know, so we get Tinubu people
Okay.
the Yoku go press no. So every can go now.
Nigeria watch. I need to add this. I'm watching TV channels in the UK here. I'm not seeing a lot of labor this in adverts. So I'm seeing too many of Tinubu and Tinubu especially is on. Shetima is doing adverts. It's all over the TV, and I really think that they need to do something about showing up on TV, telling people about the Labour Party and all.
To Nigeria, say this free adverts, this advocacy we are doing since April till last year till now, people not go value them because we are not paid, right? Exactly. So if maybe they pay one or two platforms, I mean they do this kind of thing, maybe they for value them. So for me, I believe Labour Party have done the best they can do. Me, I'm doing my part. I cannot really do much more than this, to be honest. I'm doing my part.
They can't afford to let this.
If they want
should
to
be
pay
one for one.
if they want to pay other platforms to help them or do any video or do whatever they want to do, they should do it. But for me, I've been doing my own like this without nobody paid me for it, and I'm so happy doing it. And by God's grace, now only 8 days remain make I complete this journey. So I can't just wait. So
I'm saying it because if like you have access to their people, you tell them that you know what, the airwaves are being dominated right now by these other people. They are filling the airwaves with all their own achievements. Yeah.
You know why it's not good for someone like me to pass this kind of message on? You know, they might think that what I'm doing, I want people to come and pay me for it. So it's good for someone else to pass it on, not me. Anything to do with money. I don't really like.
No. It's not for you. It's for them to go on TV, go on TVC, go on Channels News, put your advert there.
Yeah, but if you check APC, they spend heavily on media. If it's mainstream media or any media is media. They spend heavily on it. You know, but for
and it's concerning me
I
a bit.
really don't like talking on it at all. You know, as far as concern money, and before they change that for you, now they don't change that for you. I have a caller. Let me quickly pick this guy. Hello, Mr. Friday Femi. Thanks for calling in. Please talk to us. I bet off your gadget now. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Friday.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you for the good job you are doing, my brother.
Off your television now. You are way back. Don't listen to me from your telly.
I'm no more there now. I'm no more there. Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I know you guys are rounding up. I just want to say thank you and I want to appreciate you for what you do. I'm just calling in regards to just the last statement. Is it Mr. Tuneja? You remember the day this lady came and this lady that you invited from Obi's camp is saying that this thing requires money. You know the person that said just that they will do an advertisement for money. Nobody came. Advertisement is money. These guys are doing their best. So we should not be blaming them that Obi should do more. Do you know how much this man has invested? It's not for the whole nation.
Yeah.
They are doing their best. They don't have money. So they will. If you say, okay, everybody come and donate for Obi, nobody comes out. So what do they want to do?
They will not come out.
So please,
they will not come out.
No, please, we should encourage them to as if they are not doing enough. These people have money.
That's
APC
why.
and PDP. That's why the advertisement is everywhere.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you. You see,
Exactly.
what Mr. Friday is saying
Those
here
that those money are the politicians, and they are not with Obi.
That's why I cannot engage in discussing anything to do with spending with any Labour Party spokesperson. I can never, because trust me, the way it's going right now, even the Nigerians, all the Nigerians in Nigeria that is putting all their effort into this now, none of them is being paid. I'm telling you. So I believe this is the time. Let's just be hopeful. We have 8 days to go. Let's stay positive. So if you say maybe I'll be constant to the spend now, one, not now spend the carry him reach where he did. So by the way, now spend it, not be spend you,
Exactly.
not be spend it. So Tinubu is spending heavily. Atiku is spending heavily, and Peter Obi is still on top of them. You know what that means? So not be money is not everything, but by God's grace, let's.
I was going to say that one thing is God Himself is a good God. I mean, you may not have the money, but is getting to the grassroots. All of those supports in Alaba market in different places are just organic. We trust that money will come, but I mean, we just keep praying. Honestly, we need a change in Nigeria. There is a need for change.
Thank you, my people. All right. Please, we need to round up now. Let me quickly acknowledge my people right here. Let me start with those that super chatted us today. Jaja, thanks very much for your super chat earlier on. Grant, thank you so much. Jaja, once again, thanks very much. Peter Ife, thanks very much. Jaja, once again, thank you so much. Desmond, the 1K, thanks very much for the super chat. I appreciate every one of you. Henry Gabriel, thank you very much. Peter Okonkwo, God bless every one of you right there. Freedom, simple. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Now God will bless you now. Please, my people, continue to support us here by sharing and liking is the most important demand here. If you share and like, it means that the hours that we spend here can go far. But when you're just watching us, and you don't share, you don't like, it means we are just talking to ourselves, to be honest. So please always do that for us. Is the most important demand here. God bless you all, my wonderful panelists. Thanks very much for joining us. I appreciate every one of you. Now, God will bless you now. Without you guys, this will not be possible. I appreciate you all. All my commenters, my callers, my spectators, all of you, I want to say I'm grateful. We are not perfect here. All know that. In fact, almost every day we offend 1 or 2 persons for a year. But at the end of the broadcast, we apologize, make you forgive us. But not say tomorrow we'll not go offend you again, because that makes us human beings. We are not perfect here. We appreciate every one of you. Thank you, thank you. Remember, we all, even though you are supporting color A, B, C, D, but one thing you must understand, we all are fighting for a better Nigeria. So there's no need to kill ourselves. After the 25th, now you see many people wait us and Tinubu, Peter Obi, Atiku, everybody will come back again and become a one family. So there's no need of harming ourselves for rubbish. So stand for what is right. That is the most important thing. I appreciate every one of you. Please help us to share, and like as we end this broadcast right now. Now God bless all of us. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you so much for all you do for us right here. Iris Finest, thank you so much for all you do for us right here. Martina Obaseki, thank you so much for all you do for us right here. We appreciate every one of you. I want to appreciate randomly quickly pick on people that is right there with us. We have Zanzan. Zanzan, you never still go your original name. This is your Zanzan, so you come Zanzan for us for this broadcast one day. Go and change it to your real name, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us. Freedom Simple, thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. I can see Bella Naomi, thank you very much, madam. May God bless you. Appreciate you all. Tony South, I can see you right there. Thank you so much. Queen Ehi, can see you. Thank you. Can see every one of you right there. The Queen Valerie, thanks very much. Foha, I see you right there. Thank you, my people. Please help us to share before you go. Black Experience, I see you right there. Thanks for joining us. And God will bless you. Now, Abiode Isabella, I can see you. Thanks very much for joining us. Now, God will bless you. Andrew Binadolo, thanks very much. Thank you, my people. I wish I can mention all names right there, but trust me, we need to really go. I appreciate every one of you right there. Everybody who commented. Rita, I see so you don't go back to comment section. Be like, say that comment section will be the misses. Oh, I see Oga right there. Oga, thank you so much for your time with us. God bless you. Now, randomly, they pick names, so okay, I have more people here. Thank you. In fact, I thank all of them. I wish say I feel mention all names. I go down, but we'll go sleep here. We'll do it tomorrow morning. Divine Cross. I see you right there. Thanks very much. Thank you, my people. Now, God will bless every one of you that joined us today. Continue to help us, support us, share our videos. That is the most important thing because we are here every blessed day, 7 days a week, passing a very, very vital information how we can deliver our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, Labour Party. That's why we are coming out every day. So please, if you support Labour Party, help us to always share our broadcast. I see more people right there. Ezewangu, I see you on the comment section. Thank you, my people. And God will bless all. Sonny Prosper, I see you as well. Thank you, Jacob Obedient. Thank you. Amaka E, I see you. Thank you, my people. Thank you. I got to go right now. Andrew and many more. I wish I can mention all names. I can mention them. But meanwhile, let's move on. I see Mike Olawale. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Thanks for joining us. I see, in fact, I God bless you. Let me write. Okay, somebody super chatted me again as I look for a comment they go.
Dr. C.
Let me quickly look. Oh, Janet Osawaro, thank you so much. Wow, this me. In fact, this one are for coffee. Thank you. Now God will bless you. Thank you. I really appreciate this. Thank you. Okay, no problem. For all of now, we fight for comment section today. Mona, remember, say they fight now for happiness. You know me. We can always agree with you. You can always agree with us. Yes, it's a normal thing. You can disagree with us. I can disagree with you. We can argue, oppose each other. But at the end, we'll constantly settle. That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. Some people, you carry something, you put out for heart. Then I do that one. Life shouldn't be like that. Life shouldn't be like that. Trust me. Always be happy. It means a lot. Thank you, my people. Now we'll draw the curtain. Share, carry the link, follow body as you they come on. So just carry the link. Carry it with you. Take care, my people. And God will bless all of you.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. Go there, biza. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. No, they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí o. Ẹ fẹ́ jókù. Alákọ̀bí. Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí. Alákọ̀bí. Sábà mẹ́la. Anybody? Any bo. Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti kíníṣí. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé ó dé.